Ariane just dropped a bomb, and the internet is in flames. She's calling out Melody Sherry, claiming she's trumping Martell. And her, yes, you heard that right. But what does she mean? Is this just another attempt to stir the pot? Or is there something deeper at play? Stay tuned, because we're diving into all the juicy details, the hidden messages, and what this really means for the ongoing drama between Melody, Martell, and Ariane. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. The drama between Melody, Sherry, Martell, Holt, and Ariane Curry seems like a never-ending saga that just keeps getting messier. Every time we think things have settled down, someone throws another bomb into the mix, and this time it's Ariane who has everyone talking. She's making some bold claims, saying that Melody is trumping both her and Martell. But what does she really mean by that? Is she admitting defeat? Is she acknowledging Melody's success? Or is this yet another attempt to paint herself as the victim in this complicated love triangle? As always, the internet has gone into full detective mode, breaking down every single word Ariane has said and trying to decode the deeper meaning behind it. Also, in today's video, we're going to break it all down: what Ariane actually said, how Melody has responded, if at all, and what this could mean for the ongoing tension between these three. Plus, we'll take a look at how social media is reacting, because let's be honest, the fans always have the most savage takes. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. And before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on this drama. Alright, let's start with the core of this drama. Ariane Curry's latest statement. She recently took to social media to claim that Melody is trumping both her and Martell. Now, if you've been following the saga for a while, you know that every single word spoken by these three carries layers of hidden meanings, pettiness, and shade. So what exactly did Ariane mean by saying Melody is trumping them? Let's break it down. Is Ariane admitting that Melody is winning? The word trumping suggests that someone is outdoing or surpassing others. In this case, it sounds like Ariane is acknowledging that Melody is ahead, whether it's in business, personal growth, or simply public perception. Melody has been thriving as a single mother, entrepreneur, and TV personality, while Martell and Ariane have been dealing with a wave of backlash. If this is what she meant, then wow, that's quite an admission coming from Ariane, who has spent years trying to paint herself as the victim. Or is she trying to say that Melody is manipulating the situation? Some people believe that Ariane's comment wasn't a compliment, but rather a way to suggest that Melody is playing the game better than everyone else. In other words, Ariane might be implying that Melody is controlling the narrative, getting public sympathy, and making herself look like the winner, while Martell and Ariane take all the heat. Was this a moment of frustration? Let's not forget Ariane has had a rough time on social media. She has been dragged, called a dyed chick for breaking news. Saucy Santana just got kicked out of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and y'all, the way it went down is straight up wild. We're talking meltdowns, backstage drama, fights, and receipts that will leave you shook. What really happened behind the scenes? Did Santana burn too many bridges, or was he set up by producers? Stay tuned, because we have all the details, the unseen footage, and the tea that will have you rethinking everything about this shocking exit. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's get into it. All right, y'all, let's get into this mess, because things just got real ugly over at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. If you've been keeping up, then you already know Saucy Santana is no stranger to drama, but this time it's on a whole new level. We're talking about full-blown meltdowns, screaming matches, and behind-scenes chaos that led to Santana getting the boot from the show. But the real question is, what really went down? Was this a case of Santana being too real for reality TV, or did the producers have a hidden agenda to push him out? We're going to break it all down: the wildest moments, the fights, the backstabbing, and the receipts that tell the full story. And trust me, by the time we're done, you're going to have a whole new perspective on Santana's exit. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of the latest tea. Now, let's get into what really happened with Saucy Santana on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, let's talk about the behind-the-scenes drama that led to Saucy Santana's shocking exit, because let's be real, something like this doesn't just happen overnight. There were warning signs, tension brewing, and some serious bad blood before it all exploded. For those who have been keeping up with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you already know that Santana's presence on the show brought a whole new level of energy. He's bold, outspoken, and never afraid to speak his mind, but from the moment he stepped onto the scene, some Cast members just weren't feeling his vibe, clashing with cast mem. Sources close to the show say that Santana's unfiltered personality rubbed some of his co-stars the wrong way, especially those who have been on Ella Cattle for years and felt like Santana was overstepping his place. One major clash reportedly happened with one of the show's OGs, who wasn't here for Santana's loud energy and social media antics. While Santana saw himself as the life of the party, others saw him as too extra and too much of a scene stealer. And y'all know how these reality stars get when they feel like their spotlight is being threatened. But it didn't stop there. The tension reached a whole new level when Santana got into it with another cast member at a private event. Sources say things went from shady remarks to an all-out screaming match, with both sides throwing accusations and receipts at each other, producers growing frustrated. Now here's where things get even messier. Allegedly, some of the show's producers were not happy with how things were going. While they love drama, because let's be real, that's what keeps viewers coming back, they felt that Santana's behavior was becoming too unpredictable. There were multiple reports of Santana not following filming schedules, showing up late, or straight up refusing to film certain scenes, and that's a big no-no in the world of reality TV. One insider spilled that there was a specific incident where Santana allegedly walked off set in the middle of a heated scene, leaving producers scrambling to figure out how to continue filming. And y'all know that's the kind of stuff that will get you on a producer's bad side real quick. But with Santana being set up, now here's where things take a twist. While some sources claim that Santana was difficult to work with, others are saying that he was actually being set up to fail from the start. Think about it, Santana is already a polarizing figure, and some people weren't happy about his presence on a chat in the first place. Some fans even believe that the producers were looking for a reason to push him out, and when the opportunity came, they took it. So was this just a case of Santana being too real for reality TV, or did he fall into a trap that was already set up for him? And y'all, what happens next? It gets even crazier. Because Santana's exit wasn't just behind closed doors, it happened in a way that no one expected. Stay tuned, because we're about to break down the exact of time before things completely spiraled out of control. Saucy Santana had already been dealing with whispers from cast members who weren't feeling his energy, shady producers who seemed to be looking for an excuse to push him out, and heated feuds that were escalating both on and off camera. But no one, not the cast, not the producers, not even the fans, were prepared for the absolute meltdown that ultimately led to his shocking exit. So what exactly happened? Let's break it all down. The event that pushed Santana over the edge. According to multiple sources, the final straw came during a high-profile filming event that is supposed to be a turning point for the season. The cast had gathered for what was meant to be a glamorous night. Think luxury vibes, designer outfits, and cameras rolling, ready to catch every moment of the drama. But what started as a standard reality TV night quickly turned into one of the most explosive moments in love and hip-hop Atlanta history. Witnesses at the event claimed that Santana was already in a tense mood when he arrived. He wasn't feeling the energy in the room, and tensions with certain cast members were already an all-time high. Some insiders even say he had a heated argument before cameras started rolling, which only added fuel to the fire. And then the confrontation happened. The heated argument that got physical as the night went on. Things escalated in the worst way possible. Santana got into a heated exchange with another cast member, someone he had already clashed with multiple times before, but this time the argument didn't just stay verbal. Eyewitnesses claim that there was shouting, finger-pointing, drinks thrown, and then it got physical. Some say Santana lunged toward the other person, while others say security had to step in before things got completely out of control. Whatever happened, it was bad, and here's the wild part: the cameras caught everything. Producers had enough. Now let's talk about the producers, because this is where things really get interesting. Love and hip-hop is no stranger to messy fights. In fact, that's one of the reasons people watched. But according to insiders, the producers felt that this particular incident crossed a serious line. There were already concerns about Santana's behavior behind the scenes, and this outburst was the final straw. Producers had reportedly warned him multiple times about keeping his cool, and now with this latest meltdown captured on camera, they felt they had no choice but to step in. Almost immediately after the altercation, Santana was pulled aside by SEC security and producers. He was told in no uncertain terms that his actions were unacceptable and that his future on the show was officially in jeopardy, and that's when it happened. Santana, still furious from the fight, snapped the on-camera meltdown that sealed his fate. Y'all, what happened next was straight up shocking. Instead of backing down and trying to smooth things over, Santana completely lost it right in front of the camera. Sources say he went off on producers, calling them out for playing favorites, accusing them of setting him up, and even threatening to expose behind-the-scenes secrets. And let's be clear, this wasn't just a few angry words. Santana reportedly went on a full-blown rant, calling out cast members, dragging producers, and making accusations that left everyone in the room speechless. At one point, he even threatened to walk away from the show on his own terms before they could officially fire him. But here's the thing, it was already too late. Producers pulled the plug within hours of the incident. Producers made the decision. Saucy Santana was out. Insiders say that after reviewing the footage and considering the mounting tensions behind the scenes, they felt they had no choice but to cut him from the show. They saw the situation as too volatile, too unpredictable, and ultimately too big of a liability. And just like that, it was over. But was this really all about his behavior? Because here's where things take a turn. Some sources believe that Santana's firing was planned all along. Was he really just too much for the show, or was this a calculated move to push him out? Stay tuned, because what happens next will leave you shocked. Now that Saucy Santana has officially been kicked off Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, fans are left wondering, was this really just about his behavior, or was there something deeper at play? Because let's be real, we've seen cast members fight before, we've seen drinks thrown, tables flipped, and full-on brawls that made headlines. So why was this the final straw? There's a growing belief that Santana didn't just snap out of nowhere. He was being pushed to the edge. According to sources close to the production, there were already whispers that some of the producers felt Santana wasn't a good fit for the direction of the show. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time reality TV producers have orchestrated a cast shakeup to boost ratings. So was Santana's meltdown truly spontaneous, or was it the result of a carefully designed trap? Let's break it all down. The warning signs: producers wanted Santana out. If you've been following Love and Hip Hop for a while, then you already know. Producers love a messy storyline, but they also love control, and according to behind-the-scenes sources, Santana wasn't exactly the easiest cast member to manage. For months leading up to his exit, there were rumors that producers felt he was too unpredictable and that he didn't follow their storyline directions the way they wanted. Some insiders claimed that producers had already started editing him out of key scenes, reducing his screen time, and even setting up more explosive confrontations to make him look bad. And let's not forget the people Santana clashed with on the show. Some of them have long-standing relationships with the producers. So was this really just about drama, or was it about power, control, and making sure certain people stayed on top? One thing's for sure, the producers' decision to cut him seemed fast, too fast, almost like they were waiting for a reason. The moment everything changed, Santana's last scene. Let's rewind to the final moments before Santana's exit. According to multiple sources, the meltdown wasn't just a heat of the moment outburst, it was a boiling over of months of frustration. Santana reportedly felt like he was being ganged up on. He had expressed to certain crew members that he felt set up and pushed into fights that he didn't want to be a part of. Producers allegedly edited out key moments that could have made him look better, and instead focused on moments that made him look more confrontational. The cast was divided. Some members supported him, but others were quick to throw him under the bus. Once things got heated, by the time the confrontation happened, Santana was already done. But what really sealed his fate wasn't the fight, it was what happened after. Because when he stood up to producers, called them out, and exposed the fake storylines, that was when they decided he had to go. The aftermath: Santana's reaction at being kicked off. So what did Santana do when he found out he was fired? Well, let's just say he didn't go quietly. According to insiders, Santana was not here for how things went down. He allegedly confronted certain producers behind the scenes, accusing them of playing favorites and setting him up for failure. He threatened to expose how things really worked on Love and Hip Hop, which, if true, could be huge. He called out certain cast members for being fake, saying that some of them only turned on him because they were trying to keep their spots on the show. And let's talk about his social media response. Almost immediately after the firing, Santana started dropping cryptic messages online. He went live on Instagram hinting that what fans were being shown? He liked tweets from fans saying that the producers were shady and that he was kicked off because he was too real for reality TV. So is Santana done with reality TV forever, or is he planning to air everything out and expose what really happens behind the scenes? What's next for Santana? His future in reality TV? One thing's for sure, just because he's off Love and Hip Hop doesn't mean Santana is fading into the background. In fact, some sources believe this firing could actually boost his career. Other networks are watching, and if there's enough controversy around his exit, don't be surprised if another reality show tries to scoop him up. Santana has built a loyal fan base that will follow him wherever he goes, whether it's YouTube, a tell-all interview, or even his own reality show. People want to hear his side of the story. The drama isn't over yet, because if Santana decides to start spilling behind-the-scenes tea, it could shake up Love and Hip Hop in a major way. And let's be real, if he starts naming names and exposing producers, things could get messy. Final thoughts: was this really about his behavior? So after breaking it all down, was Santana's firing really about his actions, or was it a carefully orchestrated move by producers who wanted him gone? Yes, he had a meltdown, but was it genuine frustration or a reaction to being manipulated? Yes, there was a fight, but was he really the only one at fault? Yes, producers made a decision, but was it based on the moment, or was this planned all along? One thing's for sure, this isn't the last we're going to hear about Saucy Santana and Love and Hip Hop, and with all the rumors, drama, and behind-the-scenes tea bubbling up, it's only a matter of time before the real story comes out. Stay tuned, because the next chapter in this drama is just getting started. She's already built multiple successful ventures, including her skincare line. Melody's beauty and self-care brand has been making waves. Women love her products, and her fan base continues to grow. Her real estate and property investments, she's been securing properties and making money moves outside of reality TV. Her music career, say what you want, but Melody's music has been doing well, and she's gaining more exposure. Her songs are personal, powerful, and resonate with women who have gone through similar experiences. Brand partnerships and sponsorships, she's been collaborating with businesses and securing the bag outside of Love and Marriage. Huntsville, unlike Martell, who is struggling to maintain financial stability, Melody is building long-term wealth, and this is why the internet is rooting for her. She's not just surviving, she's thriving. But that's not all. Melody is winning the co-parenting battle and the court of public opinion. Co-parenting with a toxic ex is never easy, especially when that ex is still trying to control the narrative, but Melody has handled it all with grace and intelligence. Despite Martell's attempts to make her look like a bad mother, play the victim in court, gain sympathy online, Melody has continued to put her kids first and keep her personal business off the internet. She doesn't engage in unnecessary social media fights. She doesn't break down in public rants. She doesn't beg for sympathy. Instead, she lets her actions speak for themselves. People see her as the mature one, while Martell is viewed as the bitter ex who won't let go. At this point, every move Martell makes only strengthens Melody's position as the stable and responsible parent. And let's not forget, the courts pay attention to this too. If Martell keeps acting out, he might just lose even more when it comes to custody. Melody is becoming a bigger star, more opportunities, more power. Reality TV can be a blessing or a curse. While some people get stuck in endless drama with no real growth, others use it as a stepping stone to bigger opportunities. And guess what Melody is doing? The latter. She's expanding her brand beyond Love and Marriage. Huntsville rumors are swirling that she's considering new TV deals, spin-offs, or even bigger media projects. Her influence in the entertainment industry is growing with her music, public appearances, and social media presence. She's proving that she's more than just a reality star. She's networking with the right people. Unlike Martell, who keeps burning bridges, Melody is aligning herself with power players who can help elevate her career. And let's not forget, public perception matters. Fans, brands, and business leaders respect Melody's hustle. She's becoming a brand of her own, and that means she's only going to keep rising. Meanwhile, Martell is Melody's dating life. Is she moving on with someone new now? Let's get to one of the juiciest questions on everyone's mind. Is Melody moving on romantically? While she has kept her dating life private, there have been hints that she may have someone special in her life. Some fans believe that she's quietly dating, but keeping it out of the spotlight. Others think that she's fully focused on her career and not worried about a new man right now. Either way, one thing is clear: she's not desperate to run back to Martell, and that's a huge part of why people respect her. Unlike Ariane, who is willing to settle for a toxic situationship with Martell Melody, has set her standards high and refuses to look back.